Another milestone in the ongoing saga of the Veterans Park has been reached, as on November 9th, the Freedom Rock had its official dedication. This leaves Phase 2 of the park as the last item on the ever-growing list of things that make up the Cedar Falls Veterans Park.
You know, we're going to probably start calling this a Veterans Park Complex, because certainly we have Phase 1 that was built in the late 90s. Phase 2 we started a couple years ago, which is just across the street from Phase 1, and we kind of anticipated that would be our last phase. Well, Sid Morris, who always keeps his ear to the ground for opportunities for veterans, was able to talk to Bubba Sorensen and commit Freedom Rock for this area, and in fact talked to Bubba into getting ours painted before winter. So we were very fortunate to be able to bring the Freedom Rock to the community certainly before the end of 2015.
This fall day had spectacular weather, lending itself well to the great turnout.
What we tried to do was try to pick a good day. In November, that's sometimes difficult, but Mike Butler, he agreed to be the master of ceremonies for the program, and we got the ROTC from UNI and all the veterans groups come together, and we always sit down at the table and put together a program, and it went off very well, and of course that was the thing that I enjoyed most.
Over 80 invites were sent out, but those who had gathered weren't limited to just those who received invites.
Today was more of a challenge because on the one hand, we have Phase 2 over here not quite done, and we were wanting to do it all at once, but we really wanted the Freedom Rock dedicated. So we kind of jumped ahead, and it took a little bit, and as I said, we forgot a couple people, or we were a little late, but we will have a Freedom Rock and a Phase 2 dedication in the spring.
The event was open to the public, many of whom had been watching the progress of the rock since the very beginning. The dedication of the rock was an inspiring display of patriotism from both old and young.
I'm here because my uncle wanted me to come, and I'm here to celebrate my grandpa because he couldn't come because he lives in Colorado.
The American Legion has taken ownership of the rock.
Well, it's kind of interesting because when we got the rock, the commission and the council required us to take out an insurance policy in case, for example, heaven forbid, somebody was to climb up on top of the rock and fall off.
It may not be readily apparent, but the rock is subject to certain rules and regulations just like any other structure. This also means that the rock was subject to some rather amusing rules.
As a humorous item on the insurance, we have to cover the rock for unemployment compensation and theft. So, as you can see, it's a humorous part of the process, and again, I'm just glad it's over, and hopefully we'll move on to something else, but maybe Sid's got another project, I know he does, but the American Legion is happy to be the sponsor of the Freedom Rock here. So,
with the newest addition to the Veterans Park officially in the books, Phase 2 is now the top priority.
And we still have a little more to go. The expansion that you see to the right over here, that will come next spring. We'll have a dedication for that. And it'll be a beautiful addition to our park.